Let's compare the Reno Sparks market from the beginning of Q2 22 to the beginning of Q2 2023. So what we have is that April of 2022, last year, we had 710 pending sales, 311 actives with a pending ratio of 69.5%. So 69% of all listings in Reno Sparks last year were in contract. This year, 498 pending total with 548 actives total with a pending ratio of 47.6%. So we had a decrease in the pending ratio by 21.9%. You have less listings overall, less actives overall. The 6 months preceding the beginning of Q2 of last year, the median sales price was $550,000 with 48 average days on market. Now compare that to 1 year later, and we have a median sales price of $529,225 and 78 days on market. So the difference there is $20,775 less on average on those sales with 30 days average more time on the market listed before sale. Now, the list to sales ratio is the amount that the buyer pays. Okay, so on average, 100% in 2022, averaging out 6 months. And the reason why is you probably had a lot of people a bit higher and then a lot of people right at list price. But in really hot markets, paying list price is pretty common. And that's what we had, was a really hot market. 2020, 2022, it was just crazy. So now, 1 year later, it's 97.9. It's not really a big drop, honestly. With an absorption rate of 0.6 months. And that was in the 6 months preceding the second quarter of 2022. Sorry, that's a little confusing. So going into 2022, from the winter of 2021 into the first quarter of 2022, you had houses only on the market for 0.6 months. It's really short. Now you fast forward a year, 1.7 months of absorption rate. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I messed that up. So the absorption rate is the amount of time for all properties to be consumed based on the current numbers, okay? So that is crazy. That's even crazier, okay? You had the average days on market of 48 and the absorption rate for everything on the market at that time. 311 actives were all going to be sold in 0.6 months. That was the absorption rate. The time at which that every property that's listed would be bought up under current market conditions. That is super low. Oh my goodness. And so 1.7 months a year later, that is still really low. People want to talk about the market not being good or what have you. That would say otherwise. That's a really low number. If you get to 3 to 6 months absorption rate, now we're talking getting more into a buyer's market. That is very much still a seller's market. Homes are selling. And we have 548 total actives. You know, that is not a lot. And that's why we're still in a seller's market, is because there's just not a lot on the market. And we're really, the absorption rate is low. It's low. And the list to sales ratio is high. So from 2022 to 2023, we have 212 less pendings, 237 less actives, 22% approximately less in contract. We have a decrease in median sales price by almost $21,000, and we have an increased days on market by 30 days. We have a decreased price people are paying for their homes by about 2.1%. And then we have an increase in overall, because the increase in days on market is going to translate into the sales ratio, or the absorption rate rather. So in conclusion, it's a seller's market. On paper, it's still a seller's market because there's just no inventory. There's a lot of demand and there's not a lot of supply. So if you're a buyer out there, you can still get a house for a great deal. There's, certain houses are going up in multiple offers, and some houses are sitting for a bit because typically most sellers overprice their homes. I mean, almost every seller. And that's okay. That's human nature. I overprice my house when I sell my house because it's my house, right? So the market's good. It's good for buying. It's good for selling. I've seen terrible markets for sellers and I've seen terrible markets for buyers, and this isn't either one of them. This is a very special market whereby there's a lot of demand. And, I'd say the price point that's really difficult is in the really high price points. You get some houses sitting. But I'm also seeing houses in the multi-million dollars sell out on the first couple of days. So it is a weird market, but it's a good market. It's a healthy market. It's a balanced market. And that's where I'm leaving this is I've got 16 years experience, started in 07, 08 when the sky was falling. This is not that. This is not that artificial market where they have to create the Dodd-Frank Act and redo everything. That was very artificial. Yeah, there's some bank things going on, but that's isolated stuff. People want to live out here in Nevada, and there's a huge influx of people constantly moving out here. So if you're looking at buying or selling, just do it. Just get your house listed, get it ready, get it listed. If you're looking at buying, do it. Get your credit going, get your ducks in order, talk to a lender, make sure everything's going to be ready, plan in advance. So there you have it. Year over year market report, Reno Sparks.